What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're doing a reaction video. So before we get started with the video, Snarled, I am a big fan of you, okay? No copyright strikes, okay? Please. If you want to get in contact with me, I will leave my email down in the description and contact me saying I can watch your videos in my videos or I'm not allowed to. Alright? So let's get right into it.
2 years ago, there was a pretty well-off family that lived in a really big house in Newport Beach, California. A mother, a father, and 2 small kids. And one night, the parents decided that they wanted a night out for themselves, so they hired a babysitter. She was maybe about 16 years old. So when the babysitter got there, the parents gave her a little rundown of what to do, and the mom pulled her aside and said, "Once you finish tucking the kids in, do you mind watching TV in our bedroom?"
Why can't she just watch TV in the downstairs living room? Huh? Why? Why can't she?
Right next to theirs, and so it's a lot easier to get to them. Yeah, sure, I can do that. So the babysitter and the 2 small children waved goodbye to their parents. So after a few hours of watching TV, it was time for bed, and as she was tucking them in, one of the kids said, "Please don't let the clown get us."
Oh, heck no, bruh. If I ever have a kid, and my kid tells me, "Please don't let the clown get me," we're moving to Japan.
Turned off the lights and went next door to the parents' room like the mom had asked. But the second that she stepped inside, she froze. In the far corner of the room was a clown statue. Just a really lifelike, detailed, creepy statue. No wonder these kids have been having nightmares, she thought to herself. So she went and sat on the bed and tried to watch some TV, but she kept looking over at the statue. Was the statue looking at me like that before? It was way—
Hell, my man's is alive. My man's is alive. So I've never babysat anybody, but what I want you to do, my man's, take the kids and get out of the freaking house right now.
Too creepy for her, so she decided to go downstairs to the living room and watch TV there until the parents came back.
Yes. Good choice.
She's watching some TV for a while, and then her phone rings, and it's the parents just checking in.
"Hey, we're on our way home. Just wanted to check in and see how things are going."
Everything's great. The kids are all asleep and in bed. I hope it's okay, but I decided to watch TV downstairs instead. Your statue was really creeping me out.
I'm sorry, what statue?
You're telling me they don't have a statue? Let me show you. Move the chair. My man is sitting in the corner just like this. And he's over here breathing. My man is in the corner breathing.
I decided to leave the room.
Get the kids now.
Wait, what?
Get the kids and get out of the house now. We don't have a statue.
Just then, she heard screams. She dropped the phone and ran up the stairs.
What did I tell you?
The bedroom seemed so much farther than it did before.
What did I tell you?
She opened the door, but she was too late. So apparently—
Oh my God. That's insane. I hope this isn't true.
There was a little person serial killer that would dress up as clowns and break into people's houses and murder people.
What? Nah, B. You got me messed up. Okay, this is called Hachisaku Sama. I think Hachi means 8. I think Hachisuka Sama, correct, means 8 foot tall, I think.
You've heard of the Slender Man, but have you heard of the tall, slender woman? This next chapter is a Japanese urban legend called Hachishakusama, which means 8 feet tall.
I was right? Wait, actually... What's going on? Yeah, you know what I'm watching right now? I'm watching spooky, like some spooky thing, bro. And you're just gonna walk into my house like, bro, you scared the freak out of me.
My grandparents lived in a small village in Japan. Every summer, my parents would take me there on holiday to visit them. The last time I saw them was the summer when I was 8 years old. My grandparents were inside the house and I was playing by myself outside in the backyard. I heard a strange sound. I didn't know what it was, and it was hard to figure out where it was coming from.
What was that?
I was looking around, searching for...
No. Next video, somebody sample this. I'm rapping over this. Ready?
Playing by myself outside in the backyard. I heard a strange sound.
3.
I didn't know what it was, and it was hard.
Next time, I make the next video, I'm rapping over that, alright?
Figure out where it was coming from. I was looking around, searching for the source of the noise, when I noticed something on top of the tall hedges that enclosed the backyard. It was a straw hat. It wasn't resting on the hedge, it was behind it. That's where the sound was coming from. Then the hat began to move. It stopped at a small gap in the hedge and I could see a face peering through. It was a woman, but the hedges were high, almost 8 feet tall. I was surprised at how tall the woman was. I wondered if she was wearing stilts or some sort of huge high-heeled shoes. Then, a split second later, she walked off and the strange noise disappeared with her, fading into the distance. Confused, I got up and ran back into the house. My grandparents were in the kitchen drinking tea. I sat down at the table and told my grandparents
Boy, I'm sipping tea in your hood.
what I had seen. They weren't really paying attention to me until I mentioned that distinctive sound. They both froze.
Oh, she can do it too. She can do it too.
Grandma's eyes grew wide and she covered her mouth with her hand. Grandpa's face became very serious and he grabbed me by the arm. "This is very important," he said, very intensely. "How tall was she?" "As tall as the garden hedge." "Where was she standing? When did this happen? What did you do? Did she see you?" I tried to answer all his
Answer yes to all those questions, bro.
questions as best as I could. He rushed out to the hallway and made a phone call. I couldn't hear what he was saying, but after he hung up, he walked out the door. "Grandma, what's going on?" "There's something dangerous abducting children in this area," she said. "We call it Hachishakusama."
Oh, Hachi means 8 foot tall.
It takes on the appearance of an extremely tall woman and says, in a deep voice. A long time ago, it was captured by monks and they managed to confine it in a ruined building on the outskirts of the village. They trapped it using 4 jizo, small religious
I don't even know
statues
what all this Buddha stuff is.
that they placed at the
Christian,
north,
I'm just gonna
south,
say that.
east, and west of the ruins so that it could not escape. But somehow, it did. The last time it appeared was 15 years ago. My grandmother said that anyone who saw it was destined to die within a few days. It all sounded so crazy. I wasn't sure what to believe. Just then, my grandpa came back, but with an old woman who called herself Keisan. They took me upstairs to my bedroom and began covering the windows with newspaper, with ancient runes written all over them. Keisan placed small bowls of salt in all 4 corners of the room and a small Buddha figure in the center.
"Soon the sun will be setting, so listen
Oh,
carefully.
that's a weird voice. That is a weird voice. What in the world?
Must stay in this room until 7:30 tomorrow morning. Do not open this door for
If I'm this girl, bro, I'm staying in there till 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
any reason.
She placed a bucket in my hands.
Not even to use the restroom.
My grandparents and Kason left the room, and I locked the door after them. I couldn't believe what was happening. Was I really going to die in a few days? I turned on the TV to try to take my mind off everything and eventually fell asleep. I was awakened around 1 a.m. by a tapping sound on the window. It's probably just a tree or something, I told myself. Then came a knock on the door, and I heard my grandpa's voice. Are you okay in there?
Watched a couple horror movies in my day. There's always that one trying to impersonate one of your like close friends. So don't trust him.
If you're scared, I can come keep you company. Hearing his voice was such a relief that without thinking, I rushed over to the door. But something didn't feel right. I looked at the bowls of salt in the room. All 4 of them had turned black. And then I heard the sound again. The tapping on the window continued. I knelt in front of the Buddha and began to pray. I was so terrified and caught up in my chanting that I didn't realize the sounds had stopped. I checked my watch. It was 7:30 a.m. Carefully, I opened the door and ran to my grandparents. We all got in a van and headed straight for the airport. Apparently, there were others who had escaped the grasp of Hachisaku-sama as long as they never stepped foot in Japan again. So 2 years ago, when my grandpa got sick, he refused to let me visit him. He even left strict instructions in his will to not let me attend his funeral. I couldn't believe that this creature prevented me from saying goodbye to him. So when my grandma called a few days ago to tell me she had been diagnosed with cancer, I wasn't going to let her stop me from visiting. It's been 10 years, Grandma, and nothing has happened to me. We don't even know if this
Because you're not in Japan.
is real. I'm not going to let it stop me from seeing you.
If you say so, dear.
I love you, Grandma. I'll see you soon.
Nah, we're done. Nope. Alright, that was it. I hope y'all enjoyed. I got a little spooked. I'm not gonna lie. Hope you guys got spooked at home. I promise. I promise, guys. Swear to God, there's not gonna be any jump scares at the end of this, alright? I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out. Bye-bye.